Nassau has a population of 450,000 people. We have 700 islands. 400 of those inhabited with people. 320,000 lives here.
In this shot, you can actually see one of those 700 islands that make up the Bahamas that the taxi driver mentioned. Now, the Bahamas itself, once we traveled outside of the designated tour areas, this was pure bliss and paradise. Mind you, these people have fruit trees just growing on every road, on the side of the road. The taxi driver actually allowed me to stop and pick a few coconuts, and they were the best coconuts I ever had in my life. I kid you not. And just some random fun fact, we ended up passing the creator of Scooby-Doo's house. I guess he lives in the Bahamas. Once we actually reached the national park, I was a bit taken away by the beauty of the park itself. Me being a Florida native, I'm used to nice beaches, but this was otherworldly. The statues that I'm coming across now, these are an artistic depiction of the slaves that were captured that ultimately chose death since they could not receive liberty, and they basically jumped overboard to escape being enslaved. And as you're about to see, this park does not only have nice scenery, but it also has a very rich, vast history behind it. This park is also home to the world's largest underwater statue, and though we did not get to see it, we did come across other historical landmarks. Across from me, as you can see, there is an oil rig. Fortunately, once you get in the park, that goes away. Now, this is the actual entrance to Clifton Park. A little history about this park. It is a former plantation. Actually, across the street is where the plantation once was, as well as a slave town. And what I'm coming across now is one of many depictions of the Lacaans, which was a native group from the Bahamas. Unfortunately, when Christopher Columbus found them, their population got decimated through disease, or they were sold into slavery. However, on the bright side, some of the descendants of this tribe are still alive, some being in the Bahamas, others are scattered around the world, but it's good to see that they weren't completely wiped out. It's a moringa tree. These are the trees you can chew the leaves and get vitamin C. Another thing that I really admired about this place is how they took everyday items that we would see as trash here in America and they turned them into art. Now, in this clip, we probably weren't supposed to be back here, but I just had to show you guys this banana tree that was just growing randomly. Like, it's actually quite amazing how easily fruit just seems to grow here. And while I liked almost everything here, one thing that I was not a big fan on was the rocky shore beaches. I kid you not, every beach we went to in this park either had rocks on the shore and they all had rocks in the water. This is not like the Florida beaches where you can walk and fall in the sand. If you fall in the water here, it might be it for you because you are probably going to fall on rocks. Now, after adventuring further, we stumbled upon this cliff and we decided to try to climb it. And to our success, we were able to climb it. This is actually a view of me looking down off of the cliff. Now, I do not recommend regular people doing this. We are both experienced trail blazers. To the average person, this is really dangerous. And in this shot, we are trying to figure out how we got up there. And that's usually the harder part. It's not climbing itself, it's getting down when you climb these steep land formations. But to our success, we were able to get down. Now, sadly, even though you can't see it in the video, we did see it with our eyes. The Bahamas is home to all types of aquatic fish, ranging from every size and every color on the color spectrum imaginable. I'm talking red fish, blue fish, green fish, purple fish. We saw it all. I can only imagine how good the natives here had it. With the fruit that just grows and the unlimited fishing, this really was like the Garden of Eden. And just another random fun fact that I learned while here. The color of water can usually indicate how deep it is. For example, you can see the light blue water in this shot. That's because it's shallow. As the water gets deeper, the color gets darker. So if you see dark blue water, it's probably really deep. Now, I'm pretty sure some of you are thinking that I'm visiting during the spring or summer. No, this is the heart of the winter. This was actually in the middle of January. And the reason it looks like this is just like Florida, the Bahamas is near the equator. It's actually closer to the equator than Florida. In this shot, we decided to step off trail and venture into the dense foliage. And the Bahamas actually does not have a lot of wildlife. Aside from the fish, there's just two species of snakes, a couple iguanas, the occasional turtle, and birds. Other than that, there isn't much wildlife here. Well, unless you count bugs. After venturing further, we came across Flipper Beach, which is a mile away from the infamous Jaws beach, where the movie Jaws was shot. Which leads to the next topic. The Bahamas is infamous for shark attacks, and while we did not see a shark, we were advised by the locals that they are around, but that didn't stop us from swimming. So in this shot, I brought my camera into the water thinking that I'd be able to pick up on some wildlife, maybe some fish or plant life, but unfortunately I was unable to capture anything but water and bubbles. I will say this was uncomfortable because, like I stated earlier, the beaches are rocks. So instead of sand, we are stepping on rocks in this cliff, and it was not comfortable at all. Now, in this clip, we ended up stumbling across a Lacayan home, which seems to be built out of wood in either hay or palm branches, but it was just nice admiring the ancient architecture. All in all, this is a place that I would suggest to anyone. If you like tropical places, this is gonna take your breath away. I will say the taxis were a bit expensive. I actually came to the Bahamas on a cruise, and once we got to the Bahamas, I had to pay $50 each one way, and I had to get back. So it costed me about $200 to go 40 minutes. But hey, if I had to do it all over again, I would do the same thing. This is truly a beautiful place, and thanks for watching. Until next time.